Hey Cancer, welcome to your August 2020 reading. If it's your first time, definitely make sure to either follow me or follow me here or subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is probably going on Instagram first. And other than that, I hope you're doing well. So because I kind of got started late, I'm only going to be pulling 2 oracle cards, boom. And then we're going to get into kind of the main thing you're going to be working with this month. Okay, Cancer. Looks like someone may be trying to get in touch with you. It might have been a situation where you're waiting to hear from someone, so that might be a thing. So that could be it. So maybe expect hearing from other people. The bottom of the deck. Your feelings maybe, I don't know. This quarantine thing's been a bit difficult, so maybe some things happened or went down over the last few months, and you were maybe a little upset about it. That was the bottom of the deck, though, so that doesn't mean that you're still going through it. It just means that at some point that was a thing for you. So let's get into it, though. The last card I'm going to pull in terms of like the big ones, literally a giant tarot card. Boom. It's going to be just kind of the main thing that you've been working through this month. Okay, and so for you, I think you've been working through kind of cycles. So you could have been working through things coming to a close, things coming to an end. Maybe your luck has also turned. So it could be like before it was the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it could have been like maybe you were dealing with like a downturn in luck, and now this go round, things are going a little bit better. It could be too that you're seeing karma take its place. So if you were like maybe not the best person, or if you were doing some old shady business, then that might be coming back to you. But at the same time, if you've kind of been on your game or you've been focusing on developing or improving yourself, then the wheel's going to be turning in your favor. So let's get into kind of the other things that are going on this month for you. So for number 15, we have message in a bottle. Could be that someone's trying to get a hold of you. Ooh. Haha. All right. So here's the thing. I talked about that 3 of Swords before. The little guy, little duck, it also came out as well. And so there's kind of a story that I have about these. So they came out. One, it's a message in a bottle, right? So it could be that you were waiting to hear from someone. It could have been a heartbreaking situation or a situation regarding your emotions. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but whatever it was, you maybe had to try to chill in order to not act a fool. Just because it was an emotional situation. I think that you could have lashed out, but you didn't. You really kept yourself in line, kept it in check. You may have had to move on from people or kind of a different way of thinking in order to get through this. So that's the other thing with that Wheel of Fortune. It could have been that instead of you... Look, sometimes people get their emotions played with and they don't take it the best, right? And sometimes they act fool. And depending on your situation, it could have been that, but you're choosing not to do that, which is good. So you do hear from someone. And then a little bit later on in the month, it looks like you get number 40, which is also about like co-create or something like that. So co-creating is working together with someone. And why I think this is such a great card is because you have like a cheetah, I think, and an owl, right? You're like, what? They co-create and make this weird looking egg. That's what makes of both of them. And it's kind of like something that isn't supposed to happen, right? But it does, and it's kind of like sometimes you'll collaborate with maybe a different person, or you'll work in a different you'll work in a different way on something, and as a result you'll make like a weird project, but it ends up being like dope as hell. All right. You also got the Temperance card. Okay, so one thing is you have the Temperance and the Empress. They both came out, right? They both came out. In your reading or in this particular section. So with Temperance, it's all about balancing things. And then also with the 3 of Wands, I peep this as moving forward or planning to move forward. So it could be that maybe if there was like a disagreement with someone concerning the, like if this is about the person, people, or environment or situation that, was involved in like the first week or the first part of the month, where you had to probably move on from that situation, at least mentally, or think differently. This may be that either you smooth that situation out, or that you were able to kind of get yourself in balance and get yourself in line enough to where you're like, okay, now I'm a plan to move forward, right? and I'm gonna also be creative. Now, here's the other thing about that word co-create. It's working together, right? Co-creation. And then with threes, we have, you have the 3 of Wands, and then we have the Empress, which is also a 3. So that's also about community and collaboration as well. And this is about being creative. So it could be a new creative project with people. You could be maybe, if normally like your day job is like, maybe you're creative and your day job is, you know, not super creative. It could be that like maybe at work it's coming together where you can do more of that, or you're going to be spending more time outside of work and maybe finding a group of people to work with on this project. So that sounds pretty damn cool to me. And that could also go back into this Wheel of Fortune, which is sort of things turning in your favor. So I want to get into that just a little bit more. There are a couple more minutes, so you know, we get a couple more cards just kind of on this Wheel of Fortune, just because I think that this is something that you're working on. I think maybe you needed to have the tides turn, and maybe you were used to things not being the best for a minute. So don't like that. I'm glad that you're getting over that. No one needs to be in that energy where they think nothing good's gonna happen. Like, that's not okay. Anyway, so let's get into this one. We'll see. So one, I already think the wheel is going to be turning in your favor. I think that maybe at this point, maybe you're starting to see that as well. Especially if it's been a bad run. Yeah. And balance. So you're kind of getting that whole temperance thing again. I'll get into it in a minute. So here's the thing. And I think this has to do with how the cards came out. You got really symmetrical things happening, Cancer. So truly things are starting to come together for you. So with this Wheel of Fortune, we have this movements, choices, and decisions, right? So I think that part of it is kind of choosing, kind of like choose your own adventure. But I think that like if this is about people from the past coming back into your life, I think it's about choosing it. With this Balance card, which is like considered a major arcana card, so it's going to be a big thing. And it's another circle, right? And then you got this Wheel of Fortune, also a circle. Boom. You're like, yo, that's so trippy. There's no way I could have just whipped these cards out. So with this, I think it's more about being in control of how to do things. So maybe if in the past you thought that like other people's actions dictated your emotions, like now you kind of understand like this is what I'm going to do. And when I'm doing this, I need to be aware of these things that maybe people or places or things no longer have that kind of control over it. And that last thing is discontent and boredom. I remember my granny used to tell me that like there's no such thing as being bored, you're just a boring person. I don't know how much I agree with that, but I do think that this is about shifting your mindset and allowing that to change. And I think that sometimes, like for us, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes you just gotta look at it and grab the wheel and just turn it. Like if shit's not going in your favor, you're gonna have to do something, right? So I kind of want to see. Yeah, all right. Huh. One more. Bonus message. You may have been having problems with like a relationship. It doesn't need to be a romantic one though. It could be like a friendship or someone whom you normally get along with a lot. The Tower card, which is a disruption card. A lot of people get freaked out about it. Don't get freaked out. It could be that things had to change in order for something to be different. So it could be that, like, I mean, depending on how the, yeah. Looks like somebody got an argument. Cancer, if you were talking shit, apologize. Could be with the Sagittarius. It could also be that you went in too hot, feeling yourself too much, and either way you stressed about the situation. So if you did it, apologize. If they're mad at you but they want to talk to you, then, you know, humble yourself and apologize. It's a learning experience for us all. But yeah, that's it. That's your month. Hopefully it seems like it's going really well. So hey, if you had a conflict with somebody, looks like it'll get sorted. And it looks like there'll probably be even more good things that are happening for you in the month. So sounds like you're doing pretty all right to me. But yeah, you know, hope you enjoyed your reading. If you want to reach out, definitely follow me on Instagram, check me out on YouTube, all that. Thanks for watching and have a good one, okay? Bye.